Let's talk about a silent revolution. It's happening right now, and it's completely rewriting the rules of wealth and money. While we're all still going about our day trusting the same old banks, a massive shift is underway. And honestly, it could make the very idea of money as we know it totally obsolete. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Sounds a little dramatic, right? But is it really wrong? Just think about your own life. Every time you swipe your card, every single online purchase, it's all being tracked. It's all being fed into these incredibly powerful AI systems and analyzed. What that means is your financial life. It's not private anymore. It's basically an open book for systems you have zero control over.
And that brings us to the biggest question of our time, really. In this new digital world, who is actually holding the keys? Is it you, or is it some algorithm somewhere? To figure that out, we've got to first understand the system we're already stuck in.
You know, for centuries, money has basically been this grand illusion. Its value isn't backed by gold or anything physical anymore. It's based entirely on a shared belief, on trust. And that trust has always been managed and controlled by a very small group of people.
And who are these controllers? Well, it's the usual suspects, right? The banks, the governments, these massive institutions that sit right at the top of the financial pyramid. They get to decide how much your money is worth through things like inflation. They decide when you can get it and how you're allowed to use it. That number you see in your banking app, it's not really your money. It's just a digital IOU on their private database.
And here's the really crucial part to understand. In the traditional system, your wealth is incredibly fragile. It only exists because these centralized powers say it does, and they can freeze it, track it, or even just erase it with a single click.
But that old system is now evolving. And instead of technology setting our money free, governments are actually looking to use it to tighten their grip even more. This is bringing us to the next and kind of scary chapter of financial control: Central Bank Digital Currencies.
So, what is a CBDC? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a digital dollar, but one that comes directly from the government. They sell it to us as an innovation. You know, faster, more efficient money. But if you look under the hood, you realize its design isn't about convenience at all. It's about absolute, total control.
And this is where it gets, well, kind of dystopian. This money is programmable. Imagine getting paid in currency that just expires if you don't spend it fast enough. Or what if your funds can only be used for approved items, maybe even tied to some kind of social credit score? And listen, this isn't science fiction. China is already running pilot programs for exactly this kind of thing.
So the trade-off here is crystal clear, isn't it? We might get a little more efficiency, but what we're giving up in exchange is all of our financial privacy and all of our freedom. Every single purchase you make could be recorded, judged, and scrutinized forever.
Okay, so on one side, you've got governments building these digital walls, but at the exact same time, there's a parallel movement building a completely new system from the ground up. This is the silent rebellion. This is the push for money that doesn't need any rulers.
And this gets right to the heart of what crypto is all about: financial sovereignty. The whole idea is to have a system where value isn't just made up by a central authority and where you, the individual, have the final say. You don't need to ask permission to send or receive value. You quite literally become your own bank.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It couldn't be more black and white. On one side, you have a system where you have to ask for permission, where borders matter, and where you have gatekeepers. And on the other, you have a permissionless, borderless world where you hold the keys. It's the difference between asking, "May I?" and simply doing.
All right, hang on, because this is where things start to feel like science fiction. Except, it's not. What happens when you take these two world-changing technologies, AI and blockchain, and you merge them? Well, you get the beginning of an autonomous economy.
To get a sense of the scale we're talking about, just try to wrap your head around this number: 10 million. That's how many different market indicators an AI can analyze at the same time, instantly. We're not just talking about stocks. We're talking news articles, supply chain data, even the weather. No human, no team of humans can even come close to competing with that.
And this incredible power isn't just a theory. It's already being used in the world of what's called Decentralized Finance, or DeFi. In this world, autonomous code, these smart contracts, are already replacing loan officers and stockbrokers and bankers. We're seeing entire hedge funds run purely by algorithms, completely free of human emotion or bias.
So if you follow this train of thought all the way to its logical conclusion, you get to this wild idea that some people are calling the financial singularity. This is the theoretical point where AI doesn't just analyze the market anymore, it becomes the market. It manages global prices and moves capital around with an efficiency that we probably can't even comprehend right now.
And hey, if you think this is all decades away, you need to wake up. The biggest players on the planet are already deep into this. We're talking BlackRock, JP Morgan. They're using AI to manage literally trillions of dollars. The tech giants, even governments, are deploying these exact systems. This isn't the future. This is happening right now.
Okay, so after all that, BlackRock, AI, programmable money, what on earth does any of this have to do with you? Well, everything. This isn't just some tech trend, it's a fundamental redistribution of power. And where you end up in this new world, it's going to be determined by the choices you start making today.
You know, we've seen this movie before, haven't we? History is just littered with people laughing at the next big thing. Back in 1995, experts were saying the internet was just a fad. In 2009, everyone said Bitcoin was a joke for criminals. The biggest risk today is that people will just dismiss AI-driven finance, and the price of being wrong this time could be massive.
It really boils down to this one simple idea. The very nature of value is changing. It's not just about the dollars in your account anymore. The real power, the real wealth, now lies in controlling data and having the intelligence that knows what to do with it.
What this means is that to succeed in this new economy, you need a totally new mindset. It's going to be less about working hard to earn more dollars and a lot more about understanding the new rules, understanding how these new autonomous financial systems actually work. So look, the system that you've always known, the one you've always trusted, is changing into something almost unrecognizable. And a choice is coming for every single one of us. It's a choice between a future of centralized, programmable control and a future of decentralized, autonomous freedom. The only real question left is, which future will you choose?